In the name of God, the most merciful and kind. Did you know? Tata patada. Toda pata hai ke 60% of your body is made up of water. Different medical professionals will give you slightly different figures. The water that you simply consume allows your body temperature to remain level. It allows your whole body to function. And did you know 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water? And did you know these facts? 83% of your lungs are made up from water. 64% of your skin is made from water. And 79% of your lungs are made from water. So having clean water in order to live is a God-given right to each and every living being. Now, there are those people that work on water projects throughout the world. But today, Sheikh Rehman and by Nawaz take you round the Kamal Pur Musa, it's a gobful that, isn't it? Kamal Pur Musa water filtration plant, which will provide the local people and those people that travel from far as well with clean drinking, can't even speak today, like clean drinking water in order to improve their health. So watch the videos, enjoy, and please subscribe, please like, and please share. Let's go. I know about these things as well, so it's reverse osmosis, right?
It's reverse osmosis, yeah.
Okay, mashallah.
And this has the ability to reduce the mineral content, right? Because, as I mentioned earlier, this is raw water. We're pulling up from the ground, and the mineral content is way higher than is beneficial to us, right? So some of the problems we might have are kidney stones if we drink the raw water, right? We have digestive problems, right? We have, patients with high blood pressure. We have a lot of salt in the ground, right? So it's drawing up a lot of salt as well. When we draw the water, it draws up a lot of salt. So, people with high blood pressure problems, despite taking medication, right? Their blood pressure is not controlled because of the amount of salt content that's coming in the water, right? So an RO system deals with that. And this is an RO system is the only filtration system that can reduce the mineral content in the water, right? So this is a 7-stage. Right, and through these 7 stages.
So is this stage 1?
That is stage 1 there.
This is stage 1.
Right, sand and gravel.
Okay.
Right, and that takes out any big particles visible by the eye in the water. Right. Then this is the 2nd stage. It's carbon, granulated carbon. Right. So this is taking out all your chemicals and chlorine, and obviously we know chlorine. Right, it's used to kill bacteria. Right, so at the end of the day, we don't want it in our drinking water. Right, so we don't add chlorine to the system. If it did kill in, this carbon would take it out. Right, so all kinds of chemicals. It does help in filtration as well, smaller particles. But generally, this is for all types of chemicals taking out of the water.
Stage 2.
Stage 2. Now these two are known as 5 microns.
Third bit here?
Yeah, this is the 3rd stage. So if you took a millimeter and divided it by 1,000, right, and then multiplied that by 5, you'd.
Which, for my mathematics, sounds good.
So very fine particles, not microscopic, but very fine particles. So these 3 stages are required to take, the big particles out of the water before it gets to the RO. Right, so they've done some work before. There's pre-treatment to the RO. Right, so then it gets the water enters the RO through this high pressure pump. Right, and through high pressure, right, the dirty or the high mineral content is separated, right, from the clean water. Right, we add this liquid to it as well, which is a liquid softener, which helps in separating minerals from the from the water.
And what's that?
Right, it's a chemical. It's like a liquid softener.
Okay.
It's known as a liquid softener, but it doesn't enter your drinking water. It just helps in separating the minerals from the water. Right. So that's stage number 5. Right. That is stage number 6. There's another filtration unit on there, which is known as an ultrafiltration. I won't get into too much depth because it becomes too technical, right? So from there, the water passes to this box here, which is a UV sterilizer. So if any bacteria, right, has not been caught in the system, gets sterilized by this unit up here.
Great.
Right, from there, the water passes through this pipework into the storage tank here on your right.
There you go.
So this is where your product is, the clean drinking water. It gets stored in this tank, and from there, through this pipe, which has taps connected on the other side where people come and collect the water.
Perfect.
And now you've got water equivalent to bottled water, Nestle, Aquafina, right? With a TDS value of around 200, right? So that is like 200. TDS is a measure of TDS is a measure of the amount of mineral content in the water, which is measured in parts per million, right? WHO, World Health Organization, say no more than 300, right? So above 300 starts becoming unsafe, right? And we set this worldwide standard, or we use a bottled water standard of around 200, 220. So this is set around 200.
Okay. Right. So in terms of like, from a medical point of view, you've got 7.2, which is your blood pH. Roughly.
That's pH.
Yeah, roughly speaking, right? So if somebody's drinking this water, would I be right in saying that it's detoxifying them at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, there's the carbon vessel that you've seen inside, right? Any chemicals that are coming in the water is taken out by them, so there is no chemicals whatsoever in this water, right? Any other chemical intake that you have, right? At least it's not coming through your water, right? And if you're sweating out in the weather that we've got at the moment, yeah, you're naturally detoxifying yourself.
So by now, as we were talking off camera, about us in the UK, where we just turn the tap on and we waste water, we go to the masjid, we let the water run for ages and ages whilst we're doing wuzu, and sometimes we do not care.
No.
What would you say, by to all the people that watch?
The thing is, the way people watching this video, majority of your viewers are going to be English, as in from UK, regardless of what background.
And USA, Hong Kong, Vietnam,
right,
Belgium, Germany.
Right. So Europe and
the English-speaking background.
Developed countries who don't know anything different than turning it on a tap. It's clear, clean, drinkable water, and you can use it for cooking, washing, everything, and you do not have a second thought that this water is going to cause me a problem. So majority of viewers watching this are going to think, big wow, it's a water. What's the big wow about the water? The big wow is here in this village at this moment in time, we do not have clean, drinkable water. Simple. And Shez went into the details, and I don't want to go all over it, but the thing is, look, it's simple. You were asking him, and I'll tell you what it is. It's very, very simple. Our water is mixed with toilet water.
Oh dear.
So what we flush is what we pull back up. It's not cleaned. There's no filters, nothing. Raw water coming from the ground that's mixed with toilet water, right? So this is why now, when people are going and doing tests, I've had 3 or 4 people come to me in the last couple of days saying, we've took our water and tested it. And you know what? The guys who are testing says, right, stop it now. Do not drink any of this water. And the guy says, well, I'm going to boil it. He said, no. You can't boil it as well. It's gone beyond that.
Wow.
So this idea of people coming from, it's normal. People come from England to Pakistan. Oh, always remember to boil your water and then drink it. This is what people tell you. And we used to do that. Now it's always go get bottled water, drink that. Or we've got a filtration locally in Vesta, so I get my water from there. But now, through Shaz, when I saw this plant, like I said, it opened and then it closed. For 8 months, this has been closed. Right? So because it's been closed, our village has not been able to access this water. So obviously, with the help of overseas sending us the funds now, the people who have sent the money for this water has done it for the sake of Allah, because this is such a big sadaqah jariyah. Yeah? So the issue is, this is water that we are providing the village people to drink and do everything else with. And you know what? This is not enough. A village of 1,500 homes, like I said before, I told you, the population that we've got, this is not enough. We probably need about another 3 of these In fact, now I would say to people that every home in the Kamal Pur Musa who can afford it, should fit one of these in their house.
G. And whilst we're on that particular subject of fitting these in, how would you think that you would measure, okay, the success of this, maybe like in 3 years or 4 years or 5 years? What sort of news would you like to hear from?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's very simple, because I know Shesh told me this. You just need to go to a few hospitals, a few doctors, and get the stats now and say, water-related illnesses, tell us how many there is in 2022, 2023. Get the figures, keep them. Get this going, get a few more going, and then go back. I say in 12 months, go back in 12 months to the same doctor and say, now give us the results of how many water-related illnesses have you got now. Yeah? And I'm 100% sure within 12 months, you will see the difference.
Great. Okay. Thank you. And for those people that are watching out there that still want to get involved with the project, how do they donate? How do they get in touch with you? What do they need to do?
Well, I'm on Facebook. A lot of people are getting in touch with me there. I use WhatsApp for a lot of my, giving out the information. And yes, people can get in touch with me through you as well. They can simply ask you, you can get in touch with them on a one-to-one basis. You've got my number, you've got my contact. At the moment, I'm in Pakistan, here for a while. I'll go to England, yes, and then I'll be there for a while. My English number, WhatsApp number, is the one I use in England and here. So yes, you can get in touch with me, and we've got a lot of plans further.
Rehman, thank you for all of your time. Thank you for all of your hard work. Yeah?
No problem.
I mean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in this water filtration plant and all those that you work on as well. Right? Now, if you're a viewer and you're abroad, Vaishis Rehman is in Vesar, in the Chach Valley in the northwest of Pakistan. So if you're thinking of having something like this and you want access to pure, clean water, for those of you that are not aware that are out there as well, look, Yorkshire water is some of the cleanest water in the whole of England. However, if you ask them for a list of chemicals that are added, the last list that I got, which was about 6 or 7 years ago, there was 99 chemicals inside it, right? Okay, 0.1 of chlorine, 0.1 of this, 0.1 of that, a list of them. And without getting too controversial, if you look into water, it's like the mafia is in control. Because if you do the most simplest thing, and you stick a pH drop into the bottled water that you're buying from most supermarkets, and we're getting a little bit controversial here, okay, and you find that the free radicals have been on those plastic bottles and carcinogens are getting inside it, you may find that you're drinking acidic water, which is causing all sorts of problems. Now, me and Sheikh Rehman and many others here as well, look, we're from the same background. Diabetes, hypertension. The British Heart Foundation will tell you people of our age are more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke, right? So there's a whole reason for that. So it's not only drinking water, but it's generally looking after ourselves as well. So if you're wanting something pure for your family, and you've got a penny or two as well, and you're thinking of moving to Pakistan, and you're one of these that has this, like, I'm going to build a dream home, then definitely speak to Sheikh Rehman, who will put you, okay, in the right direction. Right? Any words that you would add to that?
Inshallah, I'm ready to help. Obviously, I see this as primarily a good work. You know, obviously, income comes along with it. You know, that's guaranteed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But at the end of the day, this is everyone's basic needs. Okay. Clean drinking water. We have no shortage of water. We have a shortage of clean drinking water.
Sure. And if they wanted to get in touch with you, and if you get in touch with him, he will look after you. I'm telling you, 100%. Okay, he will look after you. So how would they get in touch with you?
Well, I live here in Vesa. They can contact you through your videos, or through your comments. You may give my contact details. But I'm here always in Vesa.
Okay. And what I guarantee to you is, if you're watching this channel and you subscribe and you like and you share, you will definitely get a discount from this guy, because he's a brother as well, inshallah, yeah? So wherever you're watching out there, okay, keep in touch, inshallah. Thank you for watching. So, my Nawaz, look, it's been a lovely evening. And I'm going to share a few things with you as well, because we're talking a lot about Pakistan, but I'm also going to share some secrets of water with you in the UK as well.
Yeah.
So, generally, when people are drinking water, they're not aware. They're not always aware. They're drinking water that's neutral, or sometimes they're drinking water that's acidic.
Yeah.
And that brings a whole load of issues as well. So when people are drinking clean water, when they're drinking clean water, it makes a massive impact upon their lives as well. So around about 2010, I bought a machine from Germany which produces high-level pH water and low-level acidic water as well. And the results that we saw in the community from those that used the water was their blood pressure reduced, things like IBS reduced, they started using fewer medicines, they started dropping many things, they started sleeping better, their results in sport started to get better, and these were measured results when they started to use the water.
Okay.
When people then went to their doctors and went to their professional medical practitioners, they said to them that no, water and drinking clean water, it does not make a difference, because that was their belief system. So inshallah, my belief system for this village and for these people is that if they continue to drink this water, inshallah, you will see profound and great results as well.
I'm sure.
Inshallah, as another one of the vehicles disappears. So we will see great results. But as a last message out there, which I want to give to the people, people like by Muhammad Nawaz, I said Muhammad Nawaz again, and many other people as well, they will give their time completely free. Fi sabilillah. You will hear words, you have to bear patience, you have to sometimes turn a blind eye. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the tawfiq. And to all of those that are involved in this wonderful project, inshallah, of providing clean drinking water, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put blessings in your life and in the lives of others as well, inshallah. So thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for doing the things that you do, and I mean that on behalf of many people who have come and poked me and say thank you to that person. So a massive thank you to you as well. Okay, and have a wonderful, blessed day. And if you're watching out there, people, by Muhammad Nawaz, I've said it again, has a message to you. Tell all them to subscribe, like, and share.
Yes, wonderful channel, very informative, and you know what? You can't beat the guy. It's just funny as hell.
And off he goes. So for all those who are watching, okay, be blessed. And from both of us here, as the two Ronnies used to say, it's good night from me and it's good night from... Assalamu alaikum.